What's up, YouTube? Once again, it is your raid leader, it is your adventurer, it is Zandar the Legend here, and today we're continuing halfway through our Born of the Gods pre-release series to figure out if we're destined to conquer, dominate, or thrive. So far, based off the previous pre-releases, we're definitely destined to lead, and that was the white set. But today we're going into Destined to Conquer, which is our red set, and we'll be seeing what we'll be splashing with and what all is included inside this pre-release kit, and most importantly, testing our luck of the packs, which haven't been too bad, but not too great yet either. So let's see what we can make happen today. This is the insert for Destined to Conquer. You can pause it and read it if you wish. As always, it kind of talks about a lot of the different deck archetypes you're going to see and play against, and you have an insert for making your own destiny, which we're not going to be able to do since it's not during the pre-release. This is what the dice looks like for this pre-release kit. It has the set emblem, and it's kind of red, and I can't tell if it's like bluish, I think. Our seeded pack. The premium orange card is the Warmonger. It's a hero. You can exile the Warmonger. Creatures you control get +2/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. As always, there's a code on the back. Here it is now, and you can use that on your Wizards of the Coast account if you do not already have that for some reason. Because if you didn't do the pre-release, you don't have it. We have 2 packs of Born of the Gods and 3 packs of Theros. Still looking for some major pulls like Thoughtseize, Stormbreath Dragon, Nightmare Weaver, Elspeth, Thassa, Perfuro. Pretty much every single card we have not pulled yet. Born of the Gods, we've had a little more luck. Not during this series, though, with some of the other cards and some of the most important gods and planeswalkers. So let's go straight into the Theros block and see what we can get to make a red and what we possibly splash with deck for our pre-release. We'll be skipping over the commons, as always, and going straight into the uncommons, which is a Keepsake Gorgon, Battle-Wise Hoplite, Fanatic of Mogus, and our first rare mythic is a Bow of Nilia. I've not actually seen this card before. It's a 3-mana legendary enchantment artifact. Attacking creatures you control have Death Touch. That's pretty solid. For 2 mana, you can tap and choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or Bow of Nilia deals 2 damage to target creature with flying, or you gain 3 life, or put up to or put up to 4 target cards from your graveyard on the bottom of your library in any order. This seems really good. How is this card not worth a couple bucks? Wow, I mean, I really like that. I'd splash green for that in a heartbeat. I feel like any card, it's like a command from Dragons, you know. Any card that you can pay a little bit of mana and have several different options to do, very solid, especially in a pre-release. So right now I'm looking kind of green because I'd want to play that card, so it'd be a green-red deck. Acronian Hoplite is our first uncommon. Satyr Piper. I don't feel like he's that good for us to splash green for him. Thassa's Emissary, and a Hammer of Perforos. This is a 3-mana legendary, so we're getting a lot of weapons. That's what we're getting, all the weapons. Creatures you control have haste. For 3 mana, you can tap it and sacrifice a land. Put a 3/3 colorless golem enchant artifact creature on the battlefield. Now, this sounds great and all, but it's actually pretty terrible because you don't want to be at a land disadvantage. And so unless you play this really late, you don't want to do it. But you can always pretty much morph since Dragons of Tarkir. I don't think morph was available in this set. So you can pay 3 mana and get I guess it's a 2/2 and not a 3/3, but not very good overall. So not very surprised that it's not worth anything. I don't see any weapons that are worth anything. I know the Whip of Erebos sees play in a lot of different decks, but that pack was really hard to open. Our first uncommon is an Ordeal of Heliod. Hunt the Hunter. Our last uncommon for Theros is Evangel of Heliod. And our rare is a Celestial Archon. It's a 5-mana 4/4. Has Bestow of 7. Flying, first strike. Enchanted creature gets +4/+4 and has flying and first strike. Pretty decent card. Being 5 mana, though, you're almost up in your bomb range. So for pre-releases, you really got to think if that's the way you want to go based off a lot of our commons and uncommons up to that point. Our first uncommon and Born of the Gods is a Pillar of War. Just the artwork on these cards are just amazing. Love that card too. Archetype of Imagination. Great looking card. Raised by Wolves in our first rare or mythic. Once again, another Temple of Enlightenment. I cannot complain. This card right here pretty much paid for the entire pre-release pack. Once again, it's a land. It enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you can scry one. You can also tap it for a plains or an island to your mana pool. Just an awesome card to keep pulling. Oh, and an elemental. I haven't seen that yet. That's a pretty solid looking token. All the creatures in the set that are tokens have that like a celestial look to them. Like look right here. It's like this whole godly celestial thing. It's pretty sweet. Our last pack for this pre-release kit. Let's see what we can make happen. A Stormcaller of Keranos. Everflame Eidolon. A God-Favored General. And our rare or mythic is a Perplexing Chimera. 5 mana, 3/3, enchantment creature. When an opponent casts a spell, you may exchange control of Perplexing Chimera and that spell. If you do, you may choose new targets for the spell. I don't feel like I need to pay 5 mana for a 3/3, first of all. I don't like the fact I lose my 3/3 to counter something just so I can redirect a spell. I don't think I would play it. We got a premium Scouring Sands in an island and a bird token. It's a pigeon token. It's not a bird token. All right, with our seeded pack, let's see what we can make happen. As always, guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button or that like button down below. It really helps me out and keeps the channel going and getting us new product to open. Leave me a comment down below of things you'd like to see in the future, and we'll get to it as best as possible. Our premium card is a 6 mana Forge Stoker Dragon. It's a 5/4 flying. For 2 mana, it deals 1 damage to target creature. Creature can't block this combat. Activate this ability only if the dragon is attacking. Pretty good. Sometimes it's really hard to see that February date on there, but another Scouring Sands. And our last rare mythic for Destined to Conquer is going to be Fellhide Spiritbinder. A 4 mana, 3/4 inspired. Whenever the Spiritbinder becomes untapped, you can pay 2 mana. If you do, put a token on the battlefield that's a copy of another target creature except its enchantment in addition to its other types. It gains haste, exile at the beginning of the next step. Well, guys, that is our wrap up for our red build. Let me know what color you would have splashed and why from just looking at the cards that we've been seeing. If it was going to be me, I would have played red-green most likely. I can't see anything else that would have made me lean another way. If you did see something that was completely impossible to pass up, make sure you let me know in the comments down below what it was and why, so we can all get better at doing these pre-releases. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and keep playing Magic.